What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a little nugget of information coming out about NIO. It's actually pretty big. To me, it seems big. But before we hop into that, we ask you to just hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop over there. I think we got like 3 or 4 slots left in the dollar slots before they're all gone. So if you want in the Patreon to get you access to our Discord, get you access to our portfolio and the April portfolio that we are going to be starting obviously in April for the Patreons and the Discord members to choose which stocks we put into that and see how far we can take it in 2021. But if you want in there, get them because they're going fast, man. They're going freaking fast. But without further ado, let's give some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So let's start the video off with apparently us putting out a $500, $600 price target by 2025 video was so controversial. Did not realize like we would get so many comments, you know, mixed reviews. That's pretty much what it was. We had some good people were like, yeah, I can see it. Some people were like, not so much. If you guys want to check it out, go to, you know, go past, like it was like 2 videos ago. You can watch the whole video. We give our facts. We give information on why we think it's going to be at $250 or at $500, $600 by 2025. But we also wanted to show you guys a couple things. If I bring this over on the screen, we wanted to show you guys that this is where we got some of the math. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. So some of the math for where we think this could go is if NIO finishes at $100 by the end of 2021, and it only goes up by...
Hang on. Which isn't, you know, before all this crap happened when we were sitting at 65, everyone was like, yeah, it'll go to 100.
Right.
But now that the market's, you know, kind of crapping, everyone's, you know, being all emotional and freaking out. Right. So, I mean, there's no reason why it still can't get to 100 or at least close to it this year because it's going to come back up as fast as it went down.
Right. And it's only March, man. We're only 3 months into 2021.
Right. Like,
it's not like this is September. Like,
right.
We still have so many months to catch back up. Like, just give us some time. Give us some time. But here's our breakdown and why we think this could go up. Obviously, we gave all our facts in another video. Go check it out if you want to see our facts. We're not going to reiterate those here. So if NIO goes up by 50% every year until 2025, we're going to be at $505 minimum. That's at 50%. Yep. And that, you know, by 2021, you know, obviously half of 100 is 50, 150, 225, 337, and 505. You know, obviously, you guys could do the math. We can do the math. That's 50%. That's, to me, that seems like it's on the low end.
That's definitely on the low end.
Look at other stocks.
Yep. So I'll just go over some here real quick. It's just some random stocks I looked up just off the top of my head. This list can go on forever, but here's some examples. So these are some stocks that have gone up 400% in the last 5 years, and they're not just like little tiny penny stocks,
right?
You know, and that's 400% in 5 years. That's 80% on average. So Amazon, Apple, Adobe, PayPal, even freaking PayPal, man. Like, and there's a bunch. The list goes on. And like I said, they're not cheap stocks. They're hundreds of dollars. They're not just some penny stock. So,
and obviously those are well-established companies. But how does one company go? Like, you got to realize that NIO they're establishing themselves. They're expanding into Europe. They're going to be expanding into the States. Like, they have so much growth that you can't just not cut them slack because they're brand new. That's right. Foolish.
And they should, because of they're brand new, they should grow faster.
Right.
As long as they're doing everything right, which sure as hell seems like they're doing everything right.
I mean,
but then also
go ahead. Sorry,
but then also, like, here's another just stock that it's gone up over 300% in the last 5 years, and that's, you know, over 60% on average. I have a bunch, but I'm just going to throw out Microsoft. It's another, you know, big company, but I mean, if you look at these up yourself, you could have a list of hundreds of stocks.
Right.
And Microsoft in the last 5 years is up like 362%.
Right.
I think as of yesterday, I don't think I looked today, but like that's a hell of a lot more than 50%.
Right. Right. And obviously, and when it comes to like the stock itself, we're just telling you guys what we're doing. That we never give out financial advice. You know, we are not financial advisors. We give you information. We give you the news that comes out with NIO. We expect you guys to go do your own research and due diligence and make your own estimated guess and judgment on what you think is best for you and your money. You know, obviously, NIO is not a day traded stock. This is a long-term play, 3 to 5 years minimum for us. Like, that's my plan.
Yeah, and just the big issue, I think, is everyone's just kind of losing it a little bit because of what's happening in the market right now. You just got to, you know, put your emotions aside, you know, and look past what's happening right this second. Right. Look even a month out from now. Right. You know, when everything starts calming down a little bit. Don't just look at what's right now.
I didn't hear all those squeaky wheel haters, dude. I didn't hear all of them when we were at $66. You know, like everyone was so bullish on
Right.
NIO when we were up at $66, but now we're at $36. Everyone's like, whoa, hold on a second.
Right.
You guys are crazy. No, we're not crazy. We're just doing our research, and we're firm believers in NIO. If you guys do not, I'm just gonna say this, you know, and again, this is not financial advice, but do not invest into a stock you don't believe in, because it will. I guarantee it's gonna burn you. I've honestly, it's burnt me a couple times, you know, but
yeah, I mean, if you were just riding the hype train and, you know, oh, it's at 65 and it's going to the moon, I'll just buy in without, you know, being a grown up and doing some research,
right,
and, you know, due diligence for yourself. And you don't actually believe in the stock. You're just, you know, you just think it's going to keep going up because that's what everybody's saying. And then it tanks to $40, $35. Then of course you're probably going to hate the stock because you honestly don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Then you just sell, and that's when you lose money, and then you just become salty and you hate the stock for no reason.
Right.
It's really only your own fault. So.
Right. Yeah, we just wanted to kind of clear some of that up because, like, we're trying to do the best we can. We're not here to push fake news. We're not here to push false agendas or anything stupid on you guys. We're just here to give you guys the news, give you our opinions, give you our reactions, give you everything that we can to help you guys make better guesses.
I mean, over a year ago when Kathy gave her first $4,000 Tesla prediction, everyone thought she's nuts.
Right.
Now everyone thinks she's, you know, a golden child and can predict the future. So because she was right. So I mean.
Yeah.
What do you do?
We'll find out what happens. You know, we're going to find out. We could either be way off, we could be wrong, but we could be also right. You know, nobody could predict the future. It's just we're basing all of our information off of the future, what NIO's doing, what they're doing, everything in the future.
It's based off what we know as of right now. That could drastically change. You know, it could be a year from now and we put out a video saying it's going to be $200 because they're not doing too hot.
Right.
It could be, you know, they're going to be $1,000 and
because
7 years or something because they're just going massive. So it's gonna always be changing.
Right.
But as of right now, that's just where we think it's gonna be.
Yep, that's where we stand
by the end of 2025.
Yep, and that's where I stand. I stand by it. But let's nice little rant is over. Thank you guys. Let's go ahead and just hop into the news real quick about what is going on. So obviously it was not a good day for NIO, down 10% on the day. That hurt, man. It honestly hurt. I looked this morning, and as soon as I opened it up and I saw it, I'm like, nope, closed it, done. Did not look at it anymore. But it's up 0.46% as of right now. You know, for trading. Obviously, by the time you guys see this, is the next day is going to be over, so this is all going to change. But yeah, I'm hoping it rebounds. You know, we don't get back down to the $30 mark. If we look. Yeah, and we drew some support and resistance line here. So the support line is that like $35 mark. We went down, kissed it a little bit, and came back. It'll be interesting to see if that holds here because you know we're pushing it again. So I'm kind of hoping that holds. And honestly, it seems that the resistance line is about $45 because it seems that every time we break it, we pull back a little bit. And this is over the last 6 months. You know, we go up, kiss it, touch it, and then it just pulls back. So it'll be interesting to see if we can break, you know, keep the support at 35, but also break through 45 in the next coming weeks. It's just a matter of how the market's going to be, you know, by then.
Yeah, I can see it going down to 35. I hope it doesn't, and then I hope it doesn't go any further than 35 because, I mean, who knows what the next, you know, stop's going to be.
Right.
We don't really have any previous data to really go off of.
Right.
You know, the last time it was... The last kind of support months ago was like $25, and then it just blasted off. So there's nothing really to go off of besides what's happened the last couple months. So
right. So you know, there's only one way to tell. I think this is going to keep going because of the fact that the U.S.-China relations are kind of sketchy still.
And I'll just say this too: it's not just NIO. If you look at XPeng, it was down 15% today. If you look at Leo's, down 13%. So.
I think a lot of it's the
there's
Chinese
nothing wrong
stocks.
with there's nothing wrong with NIO. They're doing everything right. It's just the market sucks. Honestly.
Right. I think the sanctions between U.S. and China, you know, them trying to work out things, and you know, the Biden administration trying to talk with China, and China, you know, vice versa. It's tough. You know, that could be putting a little bit of pressure on the stock. We're not getting into politics here. But also the chip shortage, you know, we talked about them having to roll back their numbers on how many they can manufacture. You know, that's putting a hurting on all the EVs in general. So that's not good. But here is some good news that we did see. there was a post on, I believe it was Indeed, that NIO in San Jose, California is looking for a chief safety compliance engineer. They shipped over those cars, a month ago. So maybe now that they're trying to keep them in compliance with, the U.S.
Yeah, U.S. is super strict with safety and everything. So I've always seen other countries, they send stuff over here and they always have to make changes versus even the European models, but other countries as well, for safety. And I was going to say emissions, but there's not really any emissions here. But that's another big thing. So yeah, I mean, that's probably why they sent over those cars, so they could have them all tested for safety and everything else. And now they're hiring someone to, keep their cars U.S. compliant.
Yep,
make all
and
those
then that's
changes
exactly
that
what it says down here at the bottom. They're looking for a strong focus on the North American market, so that's that's good. And then here are the responsibilities. We're not going to read through them to you guys all. You guys can look this up yourselves as well. But I think this is another step forward in them pushing and getting ready for the North American release. I don't think it's going to happen in 2021. Maybe. No. I want to say, if I had to guess, based on them going to Europe in 2021, maybe the end of 2022, early 2023. That's a total shot in the dark, just based on where they're at now.
I was gonna say next year. I don't have a time, but I mean, it surprised the heck out of me that they're going to go into Europe in Q2 of this year.
Right.
Whether it happens or not, we'll just, we'll have to see.
Right.
But I mean, if they do pull that off, then I could see them going into the U.S. a year or a little later than that.
Right. And I think they're beating their expectations on their own. So hopefully it holds. Hopefully that's the case, because that's just going to make a better case for NIO to hit $600 in 2025. It's just gonna help. So I don't know. I guess at this point it's a waiting game, but I think that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. You guys know how it is. If we get any more news on NIO or any other stocks, we will push that out to you guys as well. But thank you guys so much for all the support. If you like this kind of content in this video, hit that like, share, notification bell. That's all we ask. It just helps support the channel, honestly. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Again, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop over to our Discord. Again, only a couple dollar slots left. If you want them, get them, because once they're gone, they're gone. And then after that, it's a little bit, the price goes up. So again, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.